Chris Mackowski for Emerging Civil War, and I'm here in Warrenton, Virginia, in front of the Warren Green Hotel. This is actually a reproduction or a reconstruction. The original hotel burned down from fire in 1874 and was rebuilt. Today it's used as office space for Fauquier County. But in November of 1862, this was the center of hubbub. On the 10th of November, Ambrose Burnside, who'd been newly appointed as commander of the Army of the Potomac, decided to hold a grand review of the Army in honor of George B. McClellan, his good friend and the Army's former commander. Of course, McClellan had been replaced. Burnside put in charge. The two were friends. Burnside felt awful. McClellan felt bad for Burnside. So the two really tried to kind of cling to their friendship here in those tumultuous days of transition. As the two Army commanders rode into Warrenton, the Army of the Potomac lined the roads into town, some 3 miles. And the men just cheered wildly as McClellan passed. He was the great hero of the day. Lots of frustrations and lots of hard feelings about McClellan's replacement as well. McClellan stood on the balcony here, gave an address to his troops, told them to serve Burnside faithfully, to serve the civilian government faithfully, to do their duty. And people just were crazy, they were crying. It was just a very emotional, tumultuous scene as the Army paraded by in review. The next day, on November 11th, there was a reception held here at the hotel for McClellan. Again, emotions among the officers who attended ran high, many of them saying that they should march on Washington and show the civilian government that McClellan really deserved to be in charge. McClellan, to his great credit, tamped that down. He said it was his duty, the Army's duty, to obey the will of the civilian government. So it was really to McClellan's great credit that he accepted his removal with great grace. He got a little hard feelings as time went on, but in the moment, when things were really tumultuous and tempestuous, he really helped smooth that over. So he came out to the balcony again on the 11th, said farewell to his troops, hopped on the train, and then headed to Washington, eventually to his home in New Jersey. So great little spot here to visit if you're in Warrenton. The Warren Green Hotel saw many famous dignitaries stay here during its stay. Andrew Jackson, Henry Clay, the Marquis de Lafayette stayed here. So lots of great history here in Warrenton, Virginia. I'm Chris Mackowski for Emerging Civil War.